Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm starting a new series here on the channel called Pullip Collecting for Beginners, and this is sort of a series where I'll give you different tips regarding collecting if you're new to the hobby. So today's question is going to be about where do I buy my dolls from, and that's a question that I do get very often here on the channel, so I think it's going to be helpful to some of you. So I actually buy my dolls from very different places, various different places, and so but one thing to consider is that the fact that I am in the US, so most of the retailers or shops that I recommend are located in the US, but Groove has released a list, and I'll put the link to that in the description, where you can find other retailers, kind of official retailers worldwide. So if you're in Asia, they have different shops. If you're in Europe, or if you're, South America and Brazil, they have different shops that you can get them from. Sometimes it is cheaper to get them from overseas. For example, they may be cheaper. Like if you're in Brazil and Pullipstyle may be cheaper, but then if you buy it, is customs going to charge you a lot of fees? I don't know. So that's something to consider. So let's get started. And all the shops and places that I'm mentioning, I will put the link, especially the specialty shops, I will put the links in the description. So Amelia here, Pullip Amelia, she's redressed, but she is a Pullipstyle exclusive, and I think Pullipstyle is sort of the main go-to to a lot of people. They're generally the best priced. They have excellent customer service. They ship out of Arizona in the US. And really, if you have questions about stocks, like in terms of, is it low stock? Do you expect to have certain dolls back? They generally are very good at responding. So I recommend Pullipstyle. I have gotten several dolls from them. And even like the dent box section, because they do have a dent box where sometimes dolls will have, very minor defects, like my Bloody Red Hood. I got her from the dent box, and I think she was $10 cheaper. And really, there was just a very, very tiny rip on her box, and that didn't bother me at all. So those are things to consider. Here is another example. This is Pullip Veritas. I got her from the Groove sample sale. So Groove USA is, I guess, sort of the official Groove website in the US. And they every now and then have sample sales. So these are dolls that come out of box. They don't come with their stands or cards, and sometimes they may be missing some stock pieces. But my personal experience has been that in terms of the dolls themselves, I have I think all of them actually came with almost everything except for one doll. I think she was missing a couple of small things. So generally they're in very good condition. They also every now and then have special sales where they'll offer 15% off, and depending on the doll that you want, it's worth it. Like I got, I think, a couple, my Pullip, my Melody Hinako and my Cheshire Cat were dolls that I did buy during a special. I think it was around Thanksgiving, like Black Friday or something. So you'll get dolls in generally very good condition. If they're new, they're going to be in excellent condition. The only caveat is, unfortunately, their customer service sometimes, if something is wrong with your order, sometimes they'll be slow in responding, if they respond at all. But most of the time, I think they have taken care of people's problems. But just so you know, that's something to expect. But if you're looking for a specific doll, then maybe she's sold out everywhere. Or if you want a doll from the sample sale, I've had good experiences with them overall. So that's another place to get them from. Another place is, sometimes it's a store that a lot of people maybe don't know about or forget about, is dollmarket.com. And by the way, Groove ships out of California in the US, Groove USA. So dollmarket.com, I believe they ship out of North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. So in the US. And so, their dolls are brand new. They generally have specials, like if you get 2 Pullip dolls, you get $20 off or something. They're also excellent. They ship very fast. Their prices are really good, and sometimes they will have special sales, so keep an eye out for that. I remember when they had Galene for like $87, guys. That's crazy. So do check them out. Sometimes, you know, if dolls are sold out everywhere, they may still be available there for good prices. So this is where I got her from. She came in excellent condition and she was a good price, you know, so that's something to think about. Oh, by the way, another thing, Groove, they do charge very expensive shipping, which is kind of a bummer. So whenever I buy from there, I do try to get enough for the minimum amount, which is $175, which I think is kind of expensive. So keep that in mind as well. The shipping is quite expensive from Groove. So another place, and this is actually the place where, I mean, I got my first pull-up as a gift, but I know my mom got her from Amazon. So Amazon does have some pull-up dolls there. Now you have to be careful because Amazon, you have to kind of make sure that you're getting a doll directly from Amazon and not other third-party sellers. So keep, you know, in mind that they do have third-party sellers there. But Amazon also every now and then has very good sales. So Pullip Galene here, for example, is a doll that I got from Amazon during a sale, and I got her for, I think it was, I don't remember, but it was a really good price at the time. So you know, she came full stock, complete, very very pretty, and in great condition, you know, brand new in her box. So Amazon is another place you can you know, check out, especially if you have gift cards. You know, keep an eye out for different sales that they may have on there. And they do also have third-party sellers at Amazon that do have, you know, dolls in excellent condition. Like my Harley Quinn is a doll that I got from a third-party seller, which was, you know, in perfect condition, and they shipped very quickly. It was excellent. Now another place, of course, is eBay. Actually, before I talk about eBay, I'm going to talk about Denver Doll Emporium. So Pere Noel here is a doll that I got from Denver Doll Emporium. They are mostly a BJD shop in Colorado, in the US, and I do get also some wigs from there sometimes. The good thing about the wigs is that, you know, they're in the US, so it's a lot easier for you to you know, get dolls and stuff. I mean, get wigs and stuff. You know, you don't have to pay super expensive shipping. But so Pere Noel was a very lucky find. She was sold out everywhere. And one day I was just randomly looking at Denver Doll, and I realized this doll was available still for a good price. And I snagged her, and she was the last one. So, you know, I think right now they may not have pull-up dolls anymore. If they do, is maybe a couple of them. But you know, you never know, so keep an eye out for that. I would also say the JunkySpot.com is a place that I don't think I bought any dolls from them, but they did have some dolls for very good price, like some Rose Maiden dolls. I remember Hina Ichigo was like $65 at some point there. So I would say definitely check them out as well. Let's see, I'm trying to think of any other kind of small online shops. Fabric Friends and Dolls. They're based out of Maryland. They're mostly a BJD shop, but I do think they may still have a couple of pull-up dolls. So, you know, maybe if it's a doll that's sold out, you definitely want to take a look at that. Another place is eBay. So eBay is a place sometimes you want to get, you know, used dolls, and even other sellers like Mandarake. I think that's how you say their name. Right now they actually just opened an eBay shop, and so they do have some, you know, pull-up items or Blythe dolls. So eBay is a great place that you can search for this type of like used dolls for a good price, and even brand new ones. Who knows, you may be lucky and find them. The only caveat, of course, because eBay is different sellers, you want to make sure that you check out their feedback, and you know, and sometimes you may be disappointed, even though, you know, they take pictures, but sometimes they don't describe certain things. You know, so that's something to think about. Like I got my Pullipstyle, she was used, she was a good price, but she was already rewigged. Her stock was in decent condition, but it kind of smelled a bit like smoke, for example. So, and that was something that was not said in the listing. So, you know, those are things that you need to think about when buying from eBay. And the same thing for, you know, Facebook groups. There's a Facebook group called Pullip Sales. I've bought several dolls from there, and I've been very lucky. Most of them, I think, if not all of them, were in very good condition. And these are, again, you're buying from people that are selling them used. Sometimes they could be brand new in box, but these are private people that you're buying from. So, you know, try to check out any feedback or anything. So that's another place that I would say. Facebook groups like Pullip Sales is another place that I've gotten dolls from. And then finally, another place that you can find these dolls sometimes is Tuesday morning stores. They are a closeout store here in the US. You know, it's not always that they carry these dolls. I think it's an excellent place for you to find like Isus, Taeyangs, and Dals, and Bius as well. Sometimes they will have Pullips too. You know, they really sell them for the best price out there. But again, it's kind of rare to find them there. It's not always the same type of dolls. So, but that is another place that you can find them. And so I have made, you know, videos. I think for most of these dolls, I have done reviews. So feel free to check them out here on the channel. I guess I'll put the link below in the description if you like any of the dolls you saw in this video. Let me know if you have any questions regarding purchasing your new doll. I will actually make another video about choosing your first pull-up, so keep an eye out for that. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao!